Going guys. Hey, yeah, I'll just start off telling you a bit about myself. Um, yeah, so I've battled addiction most of my life, and yeah, not sure why. Like it started, sort of, I suppose, curious. I suppose everyone else was doing it, and it started off like that. Just trying new things, and yeah, I enjoyed it for the first. For the first good 10 years. Good 10 years, I was smoking weed and drinking from a young age, and I enjoyed it until it became a problem. About 10 years into it, I started getting side effects from it, like anxiety, and I wouldn't go into restaurants. I wasn't very social, and yeah, it sort of, my life sort of revolved around it. But yeah, that became a problem, so I dropped that at 21, and then started hitting the heavier stuff. And the same thing, like the exact same thing. Like it wasn't a problem until I was enjoying it and for years, and then all of a sudden it started taking over. So, like what I'm trying to say is, it starts off fun, but everything has an expiry date, I suppose, and until it becomes a problem, like you don't really want to do anything about it. And for me, I thought I could manage things. Like honestly thought I was managing my drug use and whatnot. And I'd go on when it did become bad. I'd hit it for about 3 or 4 months, and then I'd say fuck. Like it was, it's fucking with my mental health and all that, and I didn't like it, and I kept going back, and so I'd have big breaks off it. But what it did, it was just, the breaks were just like I'd come back with vengeance every time, pretty much. So the longer I was off it, the longer I went back on it next time, until it became pretty much an everyday thing for me. And I swapped just, your party drugs to your bad drugs, and yeah, so basically just hope people can relate and take some things out of these videos I'm going to make for you, and because 2018 was a rough year for me, and I was in a bad relationship, and mixing drugs with a bad relationship, and it's not a good thing. And it's actually a scary thing, because at a stage there I was so confused and depressed and just lost and frustrated and everything. I became suicidal, and I just didn't know what to do. I was fucked. I was the victim hard. Like I was feeling sorry for myself, as druggers do. It's a typical thing. You're playing the victim, it just was really rough year, and I didn't have anything to cope with it. I had my mates and that were trying to help me, and like as any good mate would, they'd tell you to get off it and stop hanging around certain people, get rid of your chick, do all that, and it was just hard to I don't know. It was hard to really know what they were about at the time, because of the drugs, the paranoia and all that, and so that's about the only thing I knew. Like I thought getting help was a sign of weakness, as sort of like I've always been strong enough to do do it on my own. Like if I thought back, I thought I was managing it, and I'd always go on little breaks. But like I said before, just come back with vengeance every time. But yeah, so that 2018 was, yes, so I needed it. I can say that now because I've gone and got help. But it was putrid. That's the best way to describe it. The way I was acting, the year, some of the company I was keeping, and it wasn't good. But once I become I was so confused. I didn't have any tools to sort of cope with life the way I was living it at the time. The suicidal part, like when I become suicidal and I started seeing it, I was an investigator that year. Like I had a toxic relationship, and all these things just pointed towards the person, like the chick I was with was just no good, and the person I am is like I only, I like to see the good in people and almost feel sorry for people, and sort of almost a bit naive, if you want to say naive. I don't know if that's the right word, but I had half an idea something was going on, but so I investigated it, and I thought the drugs were making me smarter and helping me, probably going to help me catch her out and whatnot, and fucking stupid. But anyway, at the time I thought it was once the suicide thing came about, it started affecting my family and me mates and that. Like I could see, I couldn't really see, but I could hear, like everyone was telling me, "Fuck, you selfish cunt," and look what you're doing to everyone. And all I could think about was myself. All I could think about was, fuck, you don't know what I'm going through. You know nothing. You won't believe me. Which is true to a point, but they had a right to be telling me what I was, to pull my head in and whatnot. But at the time what I was going through, mainly because I didn't know any better. Like I honestly was feeling so sorry for myself and dragging that big rock around behind me, doing the old poor me thing. And so it really did start affecting people. And then I was sitting there with myself, and when you start losing mates, like I had a couple of solid mates that always been my teachers in my life, sort of thing. Like always, had solutions to my problems, and I love them for it. Like it's an added extra, I suppose, to a mateship. But it's a massive thing for me. But when they started, like I had one just start saying, like, "Fuck, don't talk to me, mate, until you fucking get clean." And I just turned it all around on them. Like, fucking, they're sus, they must know something. Why aren't they telling me? All that bullshit. But so I started realising, fuck, I am, this is fucked what I'm doing and not. So I started trying to do it by myself and not telling people, and just sort of going it alone. Still trying to investigate and find out things, and I'd get so close, and then it'd get thrown back in my face like the internet's a bad thing, which you shouldn't really go looking into it anyway. If you have to look in what I've learnt, like if you have to look into it and you don't trust someone, there's no way you should get out of there, eh? Like, you shouldn't be hanging around trying to investigate them. If you don't trust them from the start, fuck them off. But yeah, so still trying to catch her out and by myself and getting worse and worse with the suicide, like just getting so frustrated and yeah, just depressed and down, like just sort of my actions and my life, like what I was making it my life at the time, like it was my fault, and but yeah, so yeah. With that being said, that people were still finding out. Like not sure how, but people were still finding out, and sort of which I love everyone for sort of trying to find out and keeping on my back because if you have got a conscience, it does eat you up, and at the same time I was on a mission, but I still do. I still have my morals and that about me. And, some people that take it too far, they lose their morals and stuff like that. But I was never that low of a person. But yes, I seen it, and my poor sister, she was pregnant throughout the year. 6 months into the year, she became pregnant. So she was already a stress head. So I was fucking hating it. So I'd ring my family and say, look, try to tell them, like I'd hit them with some of the worst paranoid, druggo fucking stories, and like my old boy, I'd hit him like, sorry mate, I'm not trying to not doing this intentionally, but this is going on, she's fucking doing this, she's doing, and he goes, same thing, mates, fuck her off, and you don't, you don't understand, you don't know what I'm going through, this and that. But yeah, so another mate one of me teachers, he was talking with me when everyone sort of stopped, and he sort of approached me differently, like sort of agreed with me, and it's what I needed. Like honestly, you should never agree with cunts when they're paranoid, and if you can, to a certain extent, if it's just blown out of the water, the shit they're coming up with, you shouldn't agree with them. But at the same time, he started agreeing with me, and I just felt like he gained me trust. Like I was like, fuck, you know what? Yeah, I'll talk to him, and so I'm talking to him, and he sort of went about it differently, and everyone's on me back about getting help and going to rehab, and I really didn't want to do it because at the time, I was known for that druggo loser that's cooked, like paranoid, and the shit I was saying and that, like a Aussie. But I didn't really want to leave the shit show as that paranoid druggo guy, like it was for my word, like I didn't think I could come back from it, I'd always be known as that person, and so I didn't want to go to rehab, and everyone's telling me, and my mate sort of gained me trust from agreeing with me, and that he, because he's on a similar journey, he left the coast 2 years ago, and same thing, went through, found help, like didn't want to live that life anymore. It was fucking solid effort, good on him, and I'm so lucky to have him as a mate, just because he had the experience in the area and knew how to deal with me, and so he was sort of agreeing with me and talking to me in a different way than everyone else was, but basically because he knew how to deal with people in that situation. And so there was a few suicide attempts throughout the year, and it's a fucking hard thing to do, and I'm glad it is, because I wouldn't be here. But the last episode I had, when I was trying to do my investigations by myself, I'd go and I had this little spot I'd go to and take my car, and I'd go and sit under this bridge, and it was fucked, but I'd do things and just sit there just crying, or just could not, I had nothing to look forward to. Just couldn't see the positive in anything. I was just clouded with just shit thoughts and why me and all that. And after that last episode, I was just fucking. I actually scared myself, and I was thinking, fuck, if I don't do something, if I don't do something, I was actually worried myself. But so my mates G'd me up with a counsellor. The one that was agreeing with me in that, and so I agreed to go to see this counsellor. And I sat at the beach with him for about 4 or 5 hours. First time I ever spoke to a counsellor, and he basically was just. I just told him my situation, and he goes, "Yeah, look, lads, you fucking. The sounds of it, you're tipping, rocket fuel on the fire that's already lit. Like, you're fucking stupid. Before there's." And your worst thing is you're dragging this big fucking rock around feeling sorry for yourself, which I can understand because there's nothing to look forward to, it's not a good situation, you're hanging out with some shit people, this and that. And so he said that, but he goes, you're not the only one with problems. He goes, also, you just need to get away, you just need a fresh, change your environment. And I said, fuck mate, I'm not in the position to. And he goes, you've got to you've got to get out of here and just make a new movie. That's how I explained it. It was a good way to explain things too, like about the movie thing. A few people shouldn't be playing parts and that in my movie. And he switched on just the way he explained, like he doesn't direct it at you, but he explains it and you sort of pick up on it. And it was awesome, spoke to him, but about he goes, after about 4 or 5 hours of sitting there, he goes, all right, so what are you going to do? I said, I don't know, mate. I'm just going to try to stay off it and just try, I don't know, I'll work something out. And he goes, like I told you, you got to get away, you got to change your environment. And he goes, or you could stay here. He goes, there's 3 things that are going to happen. Well, there's 3 things that will be happening. Your family aren't going to be sleeping. So you're stressing them out still. He goes, you can carry on your investigations. You might catch her in a year. But he goes, there's 3 things that could happen. He goes, you're either going to hurt someone really bad, which you're already hurting your family because they can't sleep and, they're worried about you. You're going to hurt someone real bad. You're either going to hurt yourself, to maybe kill yourself, or you're going to cook your fucking melon. He goes, you keep in that headspace and keep pouring that jet fuel on the fire. He goes, mate, you seem with it now and you seem pretty switched on and healthy looking and that, but keep going and it won't take long and you'll be fucked. Him saying that, sort of sat with that for a week, and then after a week I got back on it and heaps more shit happened. But then back to me mate, I woke up one morning just so fucking over it all, and I woke up to a message saying, hey Laz, I think it's time. And I looked at the message and all these things are ringing in my head like, fuck this, like I'm sick of living like this, and I think it's time. And my sister's been on me back the whole time about the rehab, so I rang her and I said, Lisa, I'm going. Don't tell anyone, but I'm going. Let's do it. So the next day I flew out. I flew out of the country and went to rehab. So I'll tell you a bit more about that next time.